OpenShot is an easy-to-use video editor that works equally well on Windows, Mac, and most Linux operating systems. Users can import videos, images, and audio files in a variety of formats. Video projects also can be exported in numerous formats. This video, from OS College, gives an overview of the application. It will cover the user interface, different ways it can be run on different operating systems, and the file formats that it can handle. OpenShot calls the videos you are working on projects. A project can contain video clips, still images, and audio files. You import these and place them on the timeline. Then you use the controls and settings to edit the items on the timeline. One of the places to access these controls and settings are the menus. The Linux and Windows versions have 5 menus that have various settings for how the project interface looks, and the placement of its sections. There are also items to import files and to save and export a project. The Mac version of OpenShot has 6 menus. OpenShot Video Editor is the additional menu. Another section to access controls is the toolbar that is near the top of the project window. It contains 9 icons: New Project, Open Project, Save Project, Undo, Redo, Import Files, Choose Profile, Full Screen, and Export Video. In the middle of the project window there are 2 black panes, if you are in the simple view. There is an advanced view that will be covered later in this video. In the simple view, the pane on the left contains media, and items to add to the timeline, and make them part of the project you are working on. It has 4 choices: project files, transitions, effects, and emojis. Click the desired one. Each one will have some choices above the pane, and a filter to narrow the choices. The pane on the right shows what is on the timeline, and has video playback controls. You can use these controls to move through the timeline and project while you are editing it. The advanced view, which was mentioned earlier, is accessed through the View menu. It doesn't change the video playback pane. The items that were part of the left pane in the simple view are, however, placed in 2 additional panes. A Properties pane is also added to the project window. The timeline is located at the bottom of the project window in both the simple and advanced views. It is composed of several tracks, a toolbar, and a slider bar. The tracks are where you place the media clips, filters, and effects from the central panes. Place different items in different tracks when you want them to overlap, such as when you want a certain music track to play with a certain video clip. The timeline toolbar has 7 items: Add Track, Snapping Enabled, Razor Tool, Add Marker, Previous Key Point, Next Key Point, and Center the timeline on the playhead. Each track has a menu when you click on the arrow associated with it. This menu has 5 items: Add Track Above, Add Track Below, Rename Track, Lock Track, and Remove Track. The slider allows you to zoom in or out on the timeline. This is useful when you want to focus in on a certain section of your project. Or you can expand the slider so the timeline represents more of the project. The Windows, Mac, and Linux versions of OpenShot can be downloaded from openshot.org. The Linux download is an app image that is a portable app. It can be downloaded to your computer's hard drive, and it can be run without needing to be installed. The app image also can be downloaded to an external drive and taken from computer to computer, and run. You can also install OpenShot from the FlatHub store, or your Linux distro's software store. Windows users have an additional version that they can use. It is a portable app, like the app image for Linux, that can be placed on an external drive and taken from computer to computer. OpenShot allows you to export a project in several different formats and standards, including up to 4K. When you click the export item in the File menu or toolbar, the dialog that appears has a simple tab and an advanced tab, with various settings to adjust the exported video before it is exported. There are numerous video formats that can be imported into a project. These include MKV, FLV, MP4, MOV, and TS. There are more video formats that can be imported. There are also numerous audio and still image formats that can be imported. Thank you for watching the introduction to OpenShot. It was an overview of the application as a whole, its user interface, and file formats that it can import and export. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to click subscribe and like to receive notifications of future videos about OpenShot, as well as other applications. The OS College YouTube channel has tutorials on several different applications. There are even more videos, as well as articles and web pages, about applications on oscollege.com. Also check out OS College on Facebook and MeWe.